Family and friends, welcome to the QUT graduation ceremony. The ceremony is about to commence. We kindly ask that your mobile phone be switched off or on silent mode until the end of our ceremony. In case of an emergency, please remain calm and follow the instructions of the venue ushers who will ensure your safety. We now welcome our real world graduates.
Hi, I'm Anne Sherry. I'm the Chancellor of QUT. I'm delighted to welcome you to your graduation ceremony and warmly congratulate you on being here today. As well as being a milestone for you, this occasion is a very important one for the university. To recognise that, this ceremony is modelled on the traditions of medieval European universities that date back 1,000 years. So we have a mace to symbolise authority, a Latin anthem, and academic dress styled in the traditions of that earlier time. More significantly at QUT, we celebrate the much older culture of the traditional owners of the land on which QUT stands, the Turrbal and Yagara people, whose customs and ceremonies date back more than 40,000 years. We pay our respects to their elders, laws, customs, and creation spirits. We have sought to deepen and expand the way in which you, as future decision makers, respect and value the precious contributions of those who've lived in this place for countless generations. As you have all discovered, QUT is a place where you've learnt new ways of thinking and doing. It's a place where you've been challenged to leave your comfort zone, to be bold and learn the practical skills you need to take the next steps in your career. And so I congratulate all of you on showing great commitment, courage, and achievement in qualifying to graduate today. Not only have you achieved academically, for many of you, coming to university may have required you to leave home, travel to a new country, or even persuade your inner voice or sceptical families that going to university would be worth the sacrifices. Just last year, more than 10,000 students graduated from QUT, joining the almost 300,000 professionals who are part of our global alumni network, of which I'm also a proud member. We look forward to welcoming many more students to QUT and supporting them while they study with us, as we have with you. We also look forward to supporting them in their chosen careers, whether in business, law, science, engineering, art, teaching, nursing, or many of the other pathways open to our graduates. I strongly encourage you to stay connected to QUT through our alumni network and to take advantage of the many networking and professional development opportunities it has to offer. For this is only the beginning of your journey. As you walk across the stage today, think about how far you've come. I know your friends and family are proud of you for the hard work you've put into completing your degree, and so are we. Once more, I extend my sincere congratulations, and we wish you every success for the future.
Hello everyone and welcome. I'm Margaret Shield, Vice-Chancellor of QUT. Today we celebrate the excellence of your achievements, the commitment you brought to your learning, and the dedication and perseverance you showed through every challenge. You chose our university because you wanted the real-world skills that industry demands. Today, surrounded by proud family and friends, either in the room or supporting you from afar, you stand before us as qualified professionals and emerging leaders ready to make meaningful contributions in your chosen fields. You have mastered complex disciplines while managing work, family, and personal responsibilities. You learn from and alongside researchers addressing our most pressing global challenges: climate science, healthcare innovation, and transformative technologies. And you achieved your qualification on lands that have served as places of teaching and learning for thousands of years, joining an unbroken tradition of scholarship and discovery. QUT is an ambitious, world-class university ranked amongst the top 200 globally. Our cutting-edge research in technology and innovation distinguishes us, but our true distinction lies in real-world graduates like you. Each project and placement has prepared you to enter your careers with confidence, and you now join a distinguished network of alumni, leaders in industry, innovators in research, and champions of positive change. As you embark upon your next chapter and go on to achieve remarkable things, remember you will also be judged by the care and compassion you show for others and the way in which you use your knowledge in the service for a greater purpose. On behalf of the entire QUT community, I sincerely congratulate you on your graduation and wish you all the best for what lies ahead.
Guests and graduates, please stand for the entrance of the academic procession.
Please be seated. I'm Professor Gavin Say, the Deputy Dean in the Faculty of Creative Industries, Education and Social Justice, and I'm delighted to be your host for today's graduation ceremony. In commencing today's proceedings, I'd like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land where we gathered today, and we'll begin with a Welcome to Country video.
Welcome in the language of the Yagara people. We acknowledge the Turrbal and Yagara peoples as the First Nation owners of the lands of where QUT now stands. For thousands of years, the Turrbal and Yagara people have gathered along the banks of Maiwa, the Brisbane River, to share their knowledge and stories. We pay our respects to their elders, laws, customs, and creation spirits. We recognise that these lands where QUT now stands have always been places of teaching, researching and learning. We acknowledge the important role Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people play within our QUT community. From Moreton Bay inland as far as the Great Dividing Range near Warwick and Toowoomba, as far north as the Caboolture River, including the lands around Brisbane City, Meanjin. Yura yura yinala, balka bi balka, nganguru maramakoro nganya birali, nganya bayam. Welcome to the traditional country of the Turrbal and Yagara people.
Before we start today's ceremony, I know we are all shocked and devastated by the terrible events that occurred at Bondi last Sunday. Our thoughts are with the victims, their families, and the entire Australian Jewish community during this time of profound grief. QUT unequivocally condemns anti-Semitism and violence in all its forms. At times like this, it's ever more important for us to act with kindness and empathy. Graduation is an important part of the fabric of university life, and in today's ceremony, we'll confer more than 280 degrees. In addition to the formal proceedings, it is an opportunity for us to celebrate and reflect on the personal achievements of all of our graduands and join them warmly and genuinely in their celebration. We would also like to welcome all of the people who are streaming live around the world. I believe our graduands would be the first to admit that while graduation celebrates their individual success, their accomplishments would not be possible without strong support networks. As such, today's celebration also recognises the significant contributions of family, friends, university staff, and other people throughout the wider community. We have a large ceremony today, and there will be a short musical interlude during the proceedings. Presiding over today's ceremony is Professor Margaret Shiel AO, and it is my pleasure to invite Professor Shiel to certify awards and certificates.
On behalf of the University and our Chancellor, Miss Anne Sherry AO, I add to you all my very warm welcome. I also acknowledge our host, Professor Gavin Said, Professor Kevin Sanson, Head of School of Communication from the Faculty of Creative Industries, Education and Social Justice, members of the QUT Council, QUT staff, our student speaker today, Hannah Moon, and family and friends. But most importantly, I welcome you, our graduates, whose achievements we celebrate today. And I add my acknowledgement of the traditional owners of the land where QUT in this venue stands, the Turrbal and the Yagara people. I call again on Professor Said to certify the eligibility of graduates to be awarded their qualifications.
Vice-Chancellor, I have the honour to inform you that the graduates who will be presented to you or who are nominated for awards in absentia are entitled to be admitted to degrees and have awards conferred upon them. I certify to you and to the University that they have fulfilled the conditions prescribed for their awards.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the QUT University Council, I will admit to degrees and confer awards upon those qualified graduates in attendance today. I also admit to degrees and confer awards upon those qualified graduates who are listed in the graduations webpage and who have been unable to attend in person at this ceremony.
Vice-Chancellor, I have the pleasure of calling on Miss Marie Clancy to present today's graduates.
Vice-Chancellor, I have much pleasure in presenting to you graduates in the Faculty of Creative Industries, Education and Social Justice to be admitted to degrees. For the Bachelor of Communication, Freya Frankie. Brodie Mayer. Milena Wavell-Smith. Hei Tung Kwok. Olivia Strachan. Chiahao Liu. Jing Yuen So. Tihi Toka Bond. Chi Ching Chiang. Bowen Duen. Alexandra Edel. Imogen Hayward. Angus Healy. Abigail Immelman. Ryan Liu. Jiawei Liu. Thak B. Beatrice Ng. Braden Keynes. Cardillan Ozturk. Grace Patterson. Stephanie Tong. Isabella Watts. Annabelle Williamson. Imogen Alexander. Bryce Peach. Bianca Sunley. Hoi Lam Chan. Hiba Mohammed. Joey Yi Yong Yi. Georgina Redcliffe. For the Bachelor of Communication with Distinction, Charlize Anderson. Sophia Annan Schmidt. Annabelle Cole. Rosie Collins. Brianna Gray. Daria Karalova. Robert Lemke. Tuong Lien Hung Nguyen. Isabella Narland Smith. Christopher Tompkins. Paris Dove. Elisa Forder. Chelsea Hutchinson. Jade Krause. Annabella Tartaria. Angela Huang. Tara Steenstrup. Charlie Burns. Hannah Moon. Wei Heng Saya. Adasha Kira binti Abdul Raja. Edina Patricia Jartin. Angela Patterson. Edina Shahira binti Zulkepli. Jackson Hay. Jermaine Liu. Amy Reynolds. For the Bachelor of Justice, Rayleigh Amos. Shema Benhini. Joseph Georgeson Rowles. Harry Mitchell. Patterson Rosenberg. Jonty Shelley. Morgan Stockwell. Megan Taylor. Harley Venamore. Zachary Webster. Amy Wilson. Isabel Masters. Will McKay. Emma Reid. Stephen Tran. For the Bachelor of Justice with Distinction, Joshua Allen. Sophie Morrow. Fraser Muir. Sky Neal. Alec O'Brien. Ella Simpson. Sarah Morrow. Lillian Sands. For the Bachelor of Behavioural Science Psychology, Bachelor of Justice, Claire Abaha. Anna Asif. Diana Atkinson. Alice Barnett. Natalie Broderick. Piper Kilmilleri. Fatima Dean. Sana Dogra. Eden Dukeman. Clementine Fallenroe. Adriana Gockel. Lily Grayson. Charlotte Haig. Christina Hapu-Ara Archie. Darcy Hayes. Georgia Hiscock. Brooke Howard. Jolene Keshishin. Talosana Kia. Katie Longcarrick. Hayley Malcolm. Harry McMahon. Imogen Murphy. Talia Simseka. Jay Strickland. Taru Tick. April Van Utrecht. Bronte Hicks. For the Bachelor of Behavioural Science Psychology with distinction, Bachelor of Justice, Serendipity Holloway. For the Bachelor of Behavioural Science Psychology, Bachelor of Justice with Distinction, Monique Diarx. Luella Hindmarsh. Sophie Keogh. Caitlin Andrew. Reagan Wilkins. Vice-Chancellor, we will now have a brief musical interlude performed by Lauren Bradnam. This will be followed by further presentation of awards. Vice-Chancellor, I have much pleasure in presenting to you graduates for the Bachelor of Behavioural Science Psychology with Distinction, Bachelor of Justice with Distinction, Cameron Ayres. Erin Campbell. Yvonne Dreyer. Phoebe Hill-Douglas. Chloe Janison. Kaylee Ann Killen. Emily King. Darcy O'Shea Cowan. Neve Prunty. Ella Pride. Elizabeth Dixon. Honey Herenberg. For the Bachelor of Business, Bachelor of Communication, Emmanuel Pop. Nga Ching Lung. Darcy Clough. Georgie McPhee. Dallas Norris. Matilda Newen. Isabel Tiernan. Sasha Kratzman. For the Bachelor of Business with Distinction, Bachelor of Communication, Jessica Sullivan. Katie Lynn. Kayla B. MacArthur. Tessa Suter. For the Bachelor of Business, Bachelor of Communication with Distinction, Lucinda Davidson. For the Bachelor of Business with Distinction, Bachelor of Communication with Distinction, Poppy Fahey. Ellie Brownlee. Alexandra Panopio. Maya Ward. Rachel Cutforth. Sophie Finn. Keely Boyd. Kayla Cantoni. Annabelle Crisp. Lauren Hunter. Francesca Mullen. Amelie Rulser. Jaden Ford. Emma Keats. For the Bachelor of Business, Bachelor of Justice, Talia Bishop. Natasha Prasad. Harrison Lynch. For the Bachelor of Business, Bachelor of Justice with Distinction, Mara Renoya. For the Bachelor of Business with Distinction, Bachelor of Justice with Distinction, Camille Lukes. Izzy O'Hara. For the Bachelor of Communication, Bachelor of Justice, Olivia Pridis. For the Bachelor of Communication with Distinction, Bachelor of Justice with Distinction, Amina Apan. Emily Vidgen. Stephanie Brown. For the Bachelor of Communication with Distinction, Bachelor of Nutrition Science with Distinction, Eloise Wadsworth. For the Bachelor of Communication, Bachelor of Science with Distinction, Emily Pingjel. For the Bachelor of Communication with Distinction, Bachelor of Science with Distinction, Ong Jengyong Emmanuel. Tristan Hedwood. For the Bachelor of Human Services, Bachelor of Justice, Sophie Perrennet. Madison Power. Isabella Smith. For the Bachelor of Human Services with distinction, Bachelor of Justice, Melanie Pullen. For the Bachelor of Justice, Bachelor of Laws Honours, Kate Newton. For the Bachelor of Justice with distinction, Bachelor of Laws Honours, Lydia Want. Susanna Leipold. Georgie Maxwell. For the Bachelor of Justice, Bachelor of Laws Honours, Caitlin Fraser. Natasha Jennison. For the Bachelor of Justice with distinction, Bachelor of Laws Honours, Lydia Hay. Eloise Huggins. Elizabeth Barnes. Yahwan Yoon. Alexandra Zay. Harper Scott Day. For the Graduate Certificate in Digital Communication, Lisa Banks. For the Graduate Certificate in Domestic Violence Responses, Susan Fotheringham. Akrita Kayo. Henry Liafa. For the Graduate Certificate in Investigations and Intelligence, Christine Edwards. Brandon Hills. Danica Kim. Angeline Lowther. Luca Stefani. Seamus Tan. Connor Tharp. Sebastian van Nussenberg. For the Graduate Certificate in Policy and Governance, Nathan Holland. Kirsten Richards. For the Master of Digital Communication, Aditi Arora. Suparnath Adesampan. Maria Crisel Carmen. Yingje Chen. Pui Ki Alyssa Cheng. Keisha Chung. Chiang Dong. Hao Fu. Amal Merlin George. Kairoon Nessa Hanabila. Jayuherva Kayumov. Tessa Koshi. Yi Chien Lee. Yi Fan Lin. Tianhai Lu. Diamond. Budhand Otongbaya. Savina Vincent Paramal. Riyabin Kenal Patel. Harumi Sanyoto. Lan Hui San. Richard Suyanto. Nguyen T. Thuy Tran. Anusha Vidovic. Susie Vu. Ling Chifang Wong. Roisin Weir. Nichakorn Yomas. For the Master of Philosophy, Eleni Gill. For the Bachelor of Business with Distinction, Bachelor of Communication, Taylor Ashcroft. For the Bachelor of Justice with Distinction, Bachelor of Laws Honours, First Class Honours, Sabrina Mushy. Vice-Chancellor, I now call upon Professor Kevin Sanson to present the candidates for doctoral degrees.
Vice-Chancellor, I have much pleasure in presenting to you candidates for doctoral degrees from the Faculty of Creative Industries, Education, and Social Justice. The full citations of each of the doctoral degrees to be awarded today and the names of their supervisors are provided on the graduation's webpage. Amongst the highest qualifications this university can bestow, the Doctor of Philosophy, or PhD, is awarded for the successful completion of a significant piece of independent research, sustained in its scholarly character, and one which makes an original contribution to the field. For the thesis title, Visual Analytical Methods for Exploring the Algorithmic Infrastructures of Social Media Platforms, I present to you Dr. Kunal Chand. For the thesis title, Streaming Services Reshaping the Television Fiction and Film Industry of Bangladesh, I present to you Dr. Mohammed Foisal Chaudhuri. For the thesis title, Soul Destroying, Meaning-Making Journeys of Secondary Victim Survivors of Clergy-Perpetuated Child Sexual Abuse in Australian Catholic Institutions, I present to you Dr. Jamie Lee Emmanuel. For the thesis title, Evolving Dynamics of Media Policy in India, Cultural and Political Implications of Streaming, I present to you Dr. Shubhangi Heda. Vice Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of all graduands and awards.
Congratulations to all the graduates. I offer you that on behalf of the University Council and myself and the whole university. Whatever you do beyond today, remember this is a lifelong journey and do it with purpose, with integrity and pride, and know that QUT will be here for you. Before I call on the next Professor Sanson again, I just want to say thank you to all the staff at QUT and here at this venue. We've had 26 ceremonies this week. You can see from today how big an effort it is, and I particularly want to thank Marie Clancy, as she's done the majority of those, and it's a huge job to read all those names and get them out as she does, and so I particularly wanted to thank Marie. And all the faculty staff who presented all the ceremonies and the whole range of our AV staff all make a huge effort to go into these ceremonies, so I thank them enormously. So finally, I'd like to call again on Professor Sanson to introduce today's student speaker.
Vice Chancellor, we invite a small number of students who have combined academic excellence with service to the university to deliver the address on behalf of the graduating cohort. Today's speaker, Hannah Moon, undertook the Bachelor of Communication Journalism with distinction and has participated in a range of activities. Hannah is an aspiring journalist, passionate about telling stories authentically, accurately, and with thoughtful consideration towards the people whose lives are subjected to media attention. While at QUT, Hannah was selected as a speaker for TEDx QUT, where she delivered her TEDx talk, How Sensationalized News Exploits Tragedy. Hannah also undertook 2 work-integrated learning internships in her final semester of study with ABC Radio Brisbane and Urban List. Throughout her studies, Hannah has been an active member of the QUT community, presenting to students at orientation events and speaking on panels alongside professionals about her experiences. Hannah is drawn to the impactful nature of journalism and hopes to inspire and help deliver positive change in the media industry. After finishing her studies, Hannah has been a successful applicant for the ABC News 2026 cadetship and will commence her employment from February, which will see her working in the journalism industry full-time. It is my honor and pleasure to ask Hannah Moon to come forward to address us.
Good afternoon, Vice Chancellor, distinguished members of the official party, fellow graduates, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to begin first by acknowledging the First Nations people as the traditional owners of the land we celebrate on tonight. These lands have always been a place of learning, community, and celebration, and we proudly continue those traditions today. If there was only one thing I was supposed to take away from a communications degree, it would be how to deliver a message clearly and effectively, so naturally no pressure at all this afternoon. I feel incredibly privileged to recognise this milestone with our graduating class. In a lot of ways, communications and justice graduates are like translators, but in the place of languages, we interpret stories, ideas, cultures, and moments. This year we graduate as some of the most important translators this world will need. The media landscape has always been defined by change, and that could not have been more evident than through our years of study. Shifting consumption trends, increasingly polarising media algorithms, and generative artificial intelligence have rewritten our learnings and the industry around us, and our ability to change with them has proven each of our abilities to adapt and graduate today. Now more than ever, society needs effective communicators to break through the noise, and this afternoon we graduate as a cohort ready to tackle real-world communications head-on. Almost 3.5 years ago, I left regional Victoria behind and journeyed to Brisbane to study at QUT. Amongst the teachings, opportunities, and the people in this room, I can truly say that I found a home at QUT. University became the backdrop for my early adulthood, and the experiences that come with that time will for me always be tied to the people here. While completing my degree, I developed and refined not only my knowledge and my technical skills, but my passion for journalism. With the privilege of standing up here this afternoon, I'd like to share some wisdom that was imparted on me early in my university journey. The people in this room that we've shared this journey with are more than just peers, teachers, and friends. They will be your future co-workers, sources, professional connections, and even employers. Communications and justice are small industries, and the age-old adage that it's not always what you know, but who you know, could not be more pertinent. Take advantage of this afternoon's celebrations, and beyond that, make an effort to foster these connections into the future. Reflecting on our time here, there are many people to thank for their part in us reaching this milestone today. To our professors and mentors, thank you for your support, for seeing our potential, and for the countless hours you've spent formulating feedback to help us grow. The generous time you put in, especially that beyond the classroom, has been fundamental to our success. I would like to extend a personal thank you to Dr. Jason Sternberg for his unwavering enthusiasm and support and mentorship throughout my university studies, and to Harriet Walsh for her welfare and equity support. To our friends and family, including those not in the room today, thank you for the love, the late night phone calls, and for celebrating the small wins that led to this bigger one. To my parents, Bonnie, and my partner Sib, thank you for your encouragement, your faith in my abilities, and for at least pretending to understand my assignments when I'm talking to you about them. I extend that thank you to my friends, both here and home in Victoria, especially those who checked in when things got overwhelming, and for reminding me to eat and sleep occasionally. I'd also like to extend my gratitude to my psychologist, Nicole Morrell, and to my internship hosts, ABC Radio Brisbane and Urban List Brisbane. Finally, to my fellow graduates, congratulations on reaching the end of this chapter. Thank you for your camaraderie, your passion, and your dedication to our craft. In a world where attention is a form of currency, the biggest challenge we will face as communication and justice graduates is getting the world to actively and critically listen. After spending the last 3 years studying alongside you all, I could not feel more strongly that the industry is in safe and capable hands. Congratulations again, fellow graduates. I'm immensely proud to stand amongst you tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Hannah, for that inspiring address. And congratulations once again on all your outcomes at QUT, and best of luck for the cadetship at ABC News next year. Graduates, family and friends, we've almost come to the end of our ceremony. And I suspect some of you may have been told by your graduates that you weren't to cheer or whistle or make much noise as they cross the stage. Well, I think now we should make as much noise as possible to congratulate all of our graduates. Thank you, everyone. Before I close, I'd also like to thank the wonderful staff who have done an amazing job to support us through graduation today. It's not easy to arrange so many people in such a smooth manner. I now want to close by extending my personal congratulations and those of the university to all our graduates, and our best wishes to their assembled family, friends and supporters. Staff will assist graduates, family and friends to leave safely, so please remain seated until you are guided accordingly. Graduates, family and friends, we would like you to please stand for the academic procession. Thank you and good evening.